Chewbacca Star Wars, no, the Star Wars Chewbacca Bowcaster Nerf gun. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. This is another Nerf gun review. From Nerf Gun Reviewer 331. And today's Nerf gun review, we're going to be reviewing the Bowcaster from Chewbacca Star Wars. Let me rephrase that. This is the Star Wars Chewbacca Bowcaster, which is pretty much like a crossbow, but it has like elastic, like a little elastic string to it. Not like a real drawstring. It doesn't have much sting as to oppose much firepower. The so-called scope is really useless because, I guess in a way, if you put your eyes level to these two things, it'd be pretty cool as binoculars that don't work. And if they were trying to get something out of it, like a really good purpose to it, I'm like, well, it doesn't really have much of a purpose other than props. It's quite simple how you load it. You simply pull the string back until you lock it in place. Push the dart in. It has a safety lock, so if you pull the trigger, even the hardest, it's not going to move until you load that dart in, and it will shoot. The stock by itself is pretty tiny. It has two hook attachments, one here and one on the stock. I would like it better without the stock, I think, because I could use it as like a handheld crossbow in a way. It also has no barrel attachment, so you can't really, although barrel attachments would be pretty useless, but a stock attachment would be pretty helpful because for bigger guys like me, a stock attachment like that was like maybe this long or this long would be perfect. It'd be like the perfect crossbow. One problem with this is the range and its firepower is pretty dopey. It's like the opposite of dopey. It's like really, really bad. If I had to shoot it, I mean, angled shots would probably be a good 30-45 feet, which is okay. A leveled shot would probably be about 25 to 30 feet. And, like, firepower-wise, it's not as powerful as you can imagine. I mean, the string, the bowstring is like elastic. Usually in the bowstring, because I have an archery bow right behind me on my bed, it's usually like tense and tight, and to the point where you could, like, if you snapped it, you could actually get whiplash or something, some sort of like markings on your arms because you, like, I don't know, cut it the wrong way or something. But if you were to cut the elastic, you just get like a little slap on the wrist or a sting or some shit like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do like the design, like the idea of making a good prop. It makes good props for a weapon in like a fan-made Star Wars film. This can come off, but the stock cannot, which is kind of disappointing. And I really like this. This is really cool. Like, for design and looks, it's pretty cool, but for firing, like a Nerf dart or something, not so much. I mean, like I said, this would be perfect for a Star Wars fan-made film. Anything else, not so much. Right? I can't. Yep, you can't take this off once you put it back on, just like the stock. So it just makes it a little bit more worse-ish. Does this come off? No, it does not. So I guess we'll go right into the pros and cons. The pros, like, it holds. I forgot to mention this comes with a dart holder. But the problem is that I lost the dart holder somewhere around here. I just can't seem to find it. It's probably back there somewhere. But it holds 5 darts, and which is pretty good, I guess. It has a good ammo holder. And compared to this, from my last review on the Dollar Tree Blow Blaster, I mean, this holds darts, but it holds it in a really crappy way, to the point where you could just flick them off with your fingers. If you were to do the same thing, it would take more than one flick of your fingers like this to like flick off the darts. It would take probably like 2 or 3 per dart. But in other words, the darts are pretty tight in there in the ammo holder, and they won't fall out. Now for loading, loading's pretty simple. It's easy to use. You just put a dart in after you pull the string all the way back and lock it. Aim, fire. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know if these are compatible with most Nerf darts, or any darts for that matter. I'm actually going to try it with... I want to try it with something that can actually shoot it. Let's go with this this really crappy Busby dart, for example. Not going to fire. Push it all the way in. Nothing. Okay. See what they did here. Oh, they did that. Oh, I see what they did. Okay, so it does not look like you can load every dart in there. Maybe some darts would work. I mean, I have a black suction dart from Nerf. Put it in. Fire. It shoots it, but again, it would probably not make the best blaster. Let's dive right into the pros and cons. Pros: has a tactical rail attachment, has a attachment piece for dart holding, which at the same time is a con because you can't really put it anywhere else. Another pro is that the stock, it comes with a stock. Two cons though. One, the stock's too small for big people or really tall people, and two, the stock doesn't really come out. Like, it's too small and it doesn't come out. There's also two belt or like sling attachments. That's the word I was looking for. Sling attachment here and a sling attachment here. I don't see why. I would probably just put it on my arm, which is a little strange, but like cut off this, maybe minimize this a little bit, and put it on my arm and shoot it like that. That would be pretty cool. Like an Assassin's Creed style kind of thing. By the way, I would like to mention I got a Dremel just recently. It's a Dremel 7700, which is pretty cool. Another pro is that it comes with a tactical rail. You can put any Nerf attachments on it, like a scope, maybe another dart holder. No bottom tactical rail, which I don't think would be necessary. The ranges are pretty okay, pretty shitty though. Firepower, you're not gonna feel it if you get shot by one of these. The design and the props for making it a movie making thing, other than more of a toy dart shooting gun, it's pretty cool. I would love to use this in a prop, like as a prop for a movie, compared to as like a Nerf war, where a Nerf war would be pretty useless. I'd probably upgrade the bowstring to something a little bit more tense and more able to fire a dart faster and with a lot more firepower. Oh fuck. The scope, their so-called scope for the blaster doesn't work. It's useless. Doesn't even fit darts, which is pretty sad. But it does make the gun look a lot more realistic to the movies from Star Wars. What else? The darts are pretty good. Darts are basically like Nerf, like any other Nerf Elite dart. It's pretty good. I like the design on it. It has the rebellion signs. Oh, it's upside down. Is it upside down? Yeah, it has the rebellion signs like this. It has also the Nerf logo and the Star Wars logo on the dart, each and every dart. That's pretty impressive. I would give kudos to them for that. And on top of that, rate of fire is pretty much like any other bow, crossbow, and anything else like that. You pull the dart back, or pull the string back till its locking position, put the dart in, and I just auto-fired, which is strange how I did that. Pull it back, aim, fire. Well, that dart's gone. I guess one last pro is that this gun is compatible with most, maybe some to most darts of Nerf or Busby, as long as they're long enough to like latch on to some sort of like safety mechanism inside this piece of the gun. Overall, I'd probably give this a good, I want to say 6.5 stars out of 10. So it's an okay gun. I probably use it in the movie, like as like a fan fiction film, and probably paint it a little bit differently. But if I were to use it for something else, like a Nerf war, not gonna happen. It's just so weak, it's useless. I mean, maybe not completely useless, but just mostly useless. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the review of the Chewbacca Bowcaster from Star Wars and Nerf. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.